Guys, welcome to our road trip through Scandinavia. In 2019, we did a 4-week road trip starting in Germany up north to Denmark and then through Sweden and Norway. During these 4 weeks, we totally fell in love with these 3 countries. Part 1 of the series is a week that we spent in Denmark, the start of our road trip. Starting our trip in rainy Germany, we headed up to the small town of Ribe, which is the oldest town of Denmark, dating back to 700 when the Vikings founded the city. But the next stop had to be the beach. We hadn't been to the beach for over a year. The last time was in Australia. You might be wondering, where did you sleep during your trip? So what we did is we used the red VW bus of Felix's dad, which isn't a camper, but we just put a mattress in the back of the bus, and then went to different campgrounds all around Denmark. This is our all-time favorite roastery in all of Europe. Cabra, the goat, is located in Aarhus, which is actually the second biggest city in Denmark, but it is such a sleepy city.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight.
The next stop that day was on drive south to cross the first bridge to the island of Funen, and on our way just stop and watch the waves. Then we went to Odense, which has the cutest colorful houses. In Odense, we found this super cool food court that is called Storms Pakhus, where we had the best falafel bowl. This city is where Hans Christian Andersen, a well-known author of fairy tales, was born and spent his childhood. And really, we can see how growing up in such a place with so many colorful houses leads you to deciding to write fairy tales. Then it was time to make our way through small streets, through forests, and across the sea towards the east. Next stop, Copenhagen, a city we totally fell in love with, and you'll see us back there, I promise. It was already late when we arrived that day at the campground, so, we just quickly cooked dinner and then went to sleep to start the next day in the city of Copenhagen. And of course, the first stop that day had to be coffee. So we went to Coffee Collective Berninghof, just in the center of Copenhagen. The rest of the morning we wandered around the city, we went to watch the guards at Amalienborg, and then spent way too long, or, well, is that even a thing? at Nyhavn, admiring the beautiful, colorful houses. And you can see it was such a rainy day, but still the colors of these houses are amazing. But as the rain started pouring, we found a little escape on the upper floor of a shopping mall, where we had a coffee and watched Copenhagen from above, dreaming about when we would come back. The next day, we already left Denmark. We crossed the famous Øresund Bridge and drove into a new country. A country we had never been to before, but literally dreamed about visiting for such a long time. Next stop, Sweden. We really hope that you enjoy traveling Denmark with us, and if you want to see the next part of our road trip exploring Sweden, then make sure to hit subscribe and tune in for the next video.